What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. This time we're going to be giving you a transfer news update. We've not done one of these in a little while with all the busy schedule, so we're going to crack on with this video, probably longer than normal, but we'll have more regular transfer videos out. Transfer season is approaching for the winter window, so make sure you're enjoying the content. You want to stay up to date with all the latest Manchester City transfer news. Make sure that you subscribe and put your push notifications on to be notified when I have uploaded. We're going to crack on with this video, and we're going to start off with some players on the ins that Manchester City have been linked with. Now, Manchester Evening News have been reporting that Manchester City have joined Manchester United and Chelsea in being interested in Roma midfielder Lorenzo Pellegrini, who is apparently available for €30 million, which is his release clause according to Italian press. He's a powerful player, it's quite aggressive, likes to get forward, likes to have shots, a typical Italian midfielder in my opinion. But yeah, can play anywhere in the middle, can play centre-back too. He's played that in his youth before, so he can play there, so he reminds me of a little bit of a versatile player. He's 6'2", 22 years old, the right age, so someone for Manchester City to be interested in, and another central midfielder. Has anyone seen him play? I've not really seen anything of him to know how good he is. Do you think he'd be good enough for Manchester City's midfield? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Would you be happy with Lorenzo Pellegrini being at Manchester City? Next up, Sky Sports News have been reporting that Manchester City won't be bringing back Jadon Sancho back from Dortmund. However, PSG, Arsenal and Manchester United are after him. But apparently he's been made available for over £100 million since signing a new deal with Dortmund. Personally though, if I was Jadon Sancho, I'd stay at Dortmund for at least a couple more seasons to see where he gets to, but we'll put that one right to the back burner because he won't be joining Manchester City anytime soon. Next up, we've got the next Jorginho saga in the form of Frenkie de Jong. He's been linked with Barcelona. Barcelona believe that Chicky Manchester City's is he the operating officer at Manchester City? I don't know. He's in charge of transfers at Manchester City. Apparently, €70 million offer has been made. Apparently, though, Barcelona are very confident of signing Frenkie de Jong, but they believe that he wants to stay in Amsterdam until the summer. I'd be surprised if there's any movement from the big players at Ajax in January window. I reckon it'll be in the summer for that one for him and Matthias de Ligt. So if we have any updates on that, stay tuned for that one. We do have a de Ligt update, but we're going to start off with this new player that we've been linked with first. And Manchester City have been getting linked with Peleo Maria, or Marila. Is that how you say his name? From Sporting Gijón, the second division Spanish side, 17-year-old winger, one of the most promising prospects in Spain at the moment. Apparently, in the Mirror, have been reporting that Manchester City could test Sporting Gijón with a bid in January, but we'll have to wait and see. I said the Matthias de Ligt update we have, and we do. Mundo Deportivo have been linking Manchester City with a €60 million, £53 million move for him. Apparently that's what Ajax value him at, and to be honest, if he is available for that, we should be snatching him up, the young 19-year-old Dutch centre-back. Absolutely brilliant player, available for that price. We should be snapping the hand off for such quality, in my opinion. Next up, the Telegraph have been reporting that Manchester City could test Lyon with a £40 million bid for Tanguy Ndombele from Lyon, which could also see Alexander Zinchenko as a make-weight for that move, apparently. However, with the recent injury to Benjamin Mendy, the Zinchenko may well be getting more game time, so will he leave Manchester City in January? We'll have to wait and see with that one. The Times have also been reporting that Manchester City are interested in Lille and Ivory Coast forward Nicolas Pepe, 23-year-old, 8 goals, 7 assists in 11 games, doing very well, apparently, over in the Ligue 1 in France. He's an impressive player with impressive stats. Apparently he's available, though, for £44 million. I think it's a bit steep for what Man City should be paying for a player that's probably going to be third choice forward when playing for Manchester City. I say third choice because we've already got quality attackers in the form of Riyad Mahrez, Raheem Sterling, Leroy Sané, Gabriel Jesus and Sergio Aguero. Is he going to slot ahead of any of them? I'm not too sure, and I don't think we'd be paying £44 million for him, particularly when most of the time we have one up top two. So again, we'll put that one to the back burner unless we get more news, then obviously I'll put it in here. Interesting one, this one. The Mirror have been reporting that Manchester City are monitoring Aaron Wan-Bissaka of Crystal Palace as a potential right-back option. Apparently this isn't an immediate move. Man City's going to be keeping their eye probably over the next season or two, as he's only 20 years old. As Danilo gets older, Manchester City might be looking for more youthful competition for Kyle Walker in a season or two's time. Manchester City are monitoring his progress, so that's not one for this window, but one to keep an eye out for. Now, a new one, and I found this extremely interesting, so I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments, but Gazzetta dello Sport and TMZ have been reporting this. These are the Italian sources, by the way, that they use for Jorginho too. Oh, like I said, these sagas, I hate the Italian stuff. No, I don't hate Italy. I love Italy, but I just hate the Italian press and all the stuff that gets reported. But Gazzetta dello Sport, they've been linking Manchester City with Brescia. I hope that's how you say the team's name. I think they're in the second division, Serie B. But they've been linking us with Sandro Tonali, who's been dubbed the next Andrea Pirlo. I hate when players get dubbed, but, you know, that's their words, not mine. He's been called up to Italy already, apparently the national squad, and wouldn't cost the world. That's got Juventus interested. TMZ have been reporting that Manchester City and Monaco are after him, and they could well have a bid in for him. The value him at around €20 million. Apparently, though, Brescia, they want to hold out until the summer. They want to get more money. Apparently, Roma are interested too. Apparently, they bid €12 million a few weeks ago, so a promising central midfield player that could be available for a price that isn't too heavy. So let me know what you think of that one in the comments. Has anyone been able to see this young player? Sounds like a promising prospect if he's already getting into the Italian national side. Last but not least, more sources from Italy. Calcio Mercato, I hope that's how you say their name, but they've been saying that Manchester City have inquired about Allan. No, not the famous Allan, but another Allan, double L this time in his name, from Napoli. Apparently, though, Manchester City are interested in him. Man City fans sounded keen on him. To be honest, I won't enter into negotiations anytime soon with Napoli. I still have that Jorginho saga, how they just played us for weeks and weeks and weeks. Why would you go and waste a whole January window negotiating for another one of their players? So there we go, that's been the ins. We're going to move on to the outs, and the Times have been reporting that Brahim Diaz won't be signing a new deal at Manchester City. Real Madrid is one possible option for him, and Real Madrid apparently are very confident of signing Brahim Diaz. I'm just thinking Manchester City could sell Brahim Diaz in January, so as not let him leave for free. He's available to talk to players in January, talk to teams, in January, but he can't move until the summer. Manchester City might look to cash in and get a little bit of cash for him. So it'll be interesting to see if he isn't going to sign that new deal, what Manchester City will do about it, and whether we'll still give him game time going in towards the back parts of the end of the season if we know that he's not going to be here next season, or will Pep promote somebody else that will be here next season. Interesting times. The Daily Mail have been reporting that Borussia Dortmund, they're very interested in Phil Foden, and they'll guarantee him first team football if he'll join them. Manchester City, they've already opened up talks with Phil Foden. He's very close to signing a new long-term deal, so we need to just make sure that he signs that contract and wades off interest from Dortmund. Dortmund are interested in a lot of English young players at the moment since the success of Jadon Sancho, so we need to be wary of our youngsters and getting them down to new deals. We don't want more Jadon Sanchos and Brahim Diaz situations. We'll be keeping the quality at Manchester City. Next up, Daniel Arzani. I reported a few weeks ago would Manchester City were unhappy with his loan spell at Celtic. They wanted him to have more game time. They were thinking about recalling him from Celtic. Well, he's back at Manchester City, but he's not being recalled. This is due to he's needed to have surgery on an injury. He's got an cruciate ligament damage, which has ruled him out for the rest of the season. So it'll be interesting to see once he's recovered, speedy recovery by the way, Daniel, whether he'll head back to Celtic or whether Manchester City will cancel that loan deal, because it is a 2-year loan deal, remember, so he'll only be halfway through that, or will they send him out somewhere else on loan. Last but not least, in the out news, the Sun, they've been reporting that Bournemouth, they're interested in Lucas Nemanja, who's on loan at Preston North End at the moment. I'm presuming if he's getting linked with a January move to Bournemouth, that this will be a permanent move, so it'll be interesting to see if Man City sell one of our prize striker assets in Lucas Nemanja, or whether we'll just keep him at Preston, see how he does, and then see and assess the situation again in the summer, which I'd say would be the more sensible thing to do. He might not have scored for Preston, by the way. My brother's a Preston fan, so I know exactly how he's doing, and he's linking up well with the side, bringing the ball forward, seems to be doing well. He's one of them players, just needs a goal, and then he'll end up banging in a few. I'm confident of that, so best of luck still to Lucas Nemanja, although, according to the Sun, he might be heading to Bournemouth in January. Next up, we're going to move on to the contract news. The Metro has been reporting that Manchester City want Bernardo Silva on a bumper new deal to match how well he has been doing, and hasn't he done fantastically well this season and last season too. Absolutely brilliant. He's made sure that we haven't felt the impact of Kevin De Bruyne's injury too much. Well deserved in my opinion. I'd love to get him on a new deal. Sky Sports News, they've been reporting that Raheem Sterling had verbally agreed a 5-year deal with Manchester City. They were reporting it's around £300,000 a week. I'm not too sure how accurate them figures are, but apparently he's now England's highest paid player for the national team, and since then Raheem Sterling's ended up signing a new contract at Manchester City, keeping him on a 3-year extension, keeping him here for 5 years from now until 2023, wading off interest from Real Madrid. So if Real Madrid want Raheem Sterling now, they're going to have to pay big money. Last but not least in the news though, the Telegraph's been reporting that Phil Foden will be the next person to sign a new long-term deal. That's apparently going to be very soon, in the next fortnight, sources have been saying to the Telegraph. But it's going to be a much improved deal on his £15,000 a week current contract. There's going to be lots of bonuses in there, and the deal's going to run until 2024, so 6 years from now. And the Telegraph's also been reporting that once Phil Foden's contract is sorted, Leroy Sané is next in line. So we could well have Bernardo Silva, Leroy Sané and Phil Foden tied down to new Manchester City contracts. Absolutely brilliant, like new signings in themselves, being able to keep hold of these players. We're sending out a statement saying Manchester City are not a selling side. We will not sell our best players and our best youngsters, and it's nice to see. Long may it continue. So there we go, that's been the video. It's been the latest transfer news. We'll have another one up next week. Make sure you stay tuned for that one. Then we're going to try and generate as many transfer videos as we can before we get to the January transfer window. From then we'll have daily videos out for daily Manchester City transfer updates. Stay tuned for that. Make sure if you're interested that you subscribe, put your push notifications on to be notified when I've uploaded. Don't forget to keep up to date on social media with me. That's in the description below. I'll keep you up to date with everything that's happening with Manchester City, retweeting sources, letting you in, keeping you up to date with latest transfer news. I do tweet a lot and I do a lot of retweets, so make sure you stay tuned to that. Go and check me out, follow me on there. Link to that in the description, along with my Instagram. My email's also in there if you want to go and hit me up with any sponsorships for any videos or any business enquiries too. Go and check out my second channel, Jason Sidlow Travel Man 2, if you're interested, doing travel vlogs, and also my brother's partner channel, Mixed, doing mixology drinks. I'll leave the links up to them at the end of the video. If you want to go and like and subscribe over there, like and subscribe over here, share over here. We're aiming for 2k subs before the year's out, so it'll be ace to be able to hit that. We've got less than 300 to go. Thanks to everyone that has subscribed, much love. Ace to be able to hit that before the year's out. That's the ambition, so let's see if we can get it done. We'll be ambitious too. So I'll see you all again for the next Manchester City video. A very interesting one coming out on Saturday. Stay tuned for that one. We'll have transfer updates up next week too. Stay tuned for that, and then we'll be back to regular Manchester City content, latest news and all the rest throughout the busy football period, along with more transfer updates into December and January. So I'll see you then. So it's been JSGC. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.